A. This Honorable Supreme Court of Tennessee is now in session. The Honorable Justice Sharon Lee presiding. God save the United States of America, the state of Tennessee, and this honorable court. A. This Honorable Supreme.
Thank you, Mr. Hibner. I'm glad to be with all of you today. And on behalf of the Tennessee Supreme Court, I want to welcome all of you, those of you who are on Zoom and those of you who are watching on YouTube, to this special Tennessee Supreme Court virtual swearing-in ceremony. This is a big day for all of you, and I'm very happy to be part of it. Your swearing in today is the result of a lot of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice on your part. And although you worked hard, none of us get to where we are without a lot of help and support from family and friends. So I hope you'll take just a few moments today to thank those who have helped you on your way. And by doing so, you will give yourself the gift of gratitude. The oath you take today will change your life in a very good way. Your law license gives you a great opportunity to serve those around you, your neighbors, people in your community, and I hope you use it for good. And as you go forward, my hope for you is that you will enjoy yourself and have a good time practicing law. And as much as you're going to love your work, and as important it is, remember to keep a balance between your personal life and your professional life. And don't let your professional life overwhelm your personal life. You're going to be spending a lot of time with your brothers and sisters at the bar, with office staff, with court clerks, with judges. So the rule that we learned in kindergarten to play well with others applies with a great deal of force as you go forward. And as does the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I always found that rule to be very helpful for me when I practice law. I hope you'll get involved in bar organizations. You have many to choose from, and the president of the Tennessee Bar will speak with you shortly. Bar associations are great places to learn, to meet people, and you'll find that you're not in your boat alone, that there's many other people who are sharing similar experiences. I hope you'll provide pro bono services to those in your community who cannot afford lawyers. We are all incredibly blessed, and we need to give back to the folks who find themselves in difficult circumstances. It will help them. It will also give you great satisfaction to help others. And I know many of you have already started doing pro bono services while in law school, and I hope you will continue with that part of your practice. You start today with a clean slate, and it's up to you as to what is written on it. So I urge you to build your reputation as a hardworking, honest lawyer who can be trusted by your colleagues and the court. So going forward, I hope your hashtags are honest, hardworking, kind, thoughtful, and trustworthy. You've already shown you have extraordinary intelligence, abilities, and ethics. So I know all of you are going to do very well, and I wish you the best. And please use your law license to do good in this world. And now we're going to hear from Michelle Greenway Sellers, president of Tennessee Bar Association. She's an outstanding attorney with years of experience, and she's going to share some words with you now. Ms. Sellers.
Thank you, Justice Lee. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today and to make a few remarks. My name is Michelle Greenway Sellers. I'm the president of the Tennessee Bar Association, and this is perhaps the very best part of my job, to join you in celebration today, to congratulate you on your accomplishments, and to welcome you to the practice of law in the state of Tennessee. My favorite part of today is that everyone leaves with a smile on their face. This is truly a great day, a day that you all will remember throughout your career. I know that many of you have friends and family who have been instrumental in this journey. On behalf of the bar, I want to thank them for their sacrifices that made this day possible, and I encourage you to do the same. The journey has been different for everyone here today. What called you to law school, what motivated you to do the work and sit for the bar is unique to everyone here. And while our differences will bring strength to the profession, we share an enduring loyalty to the core principles which define who we are in the profession. civility, respect for the rule of law, and an agreement to hold ourselves to higher standards for the benefit of the public. The practice of law can be difficult, but it can be very rewarding. You are entering the profession at a time of change. There will be opportunities for your leadership and your guidance, and I strongly encourage you to embrace those opportunities and help shape the future of our profession. I encourage you to join the Tennessee Bar Association, join the Young Lawyers Division. I encourage you to join your local bar associations. The people that you meet in the bar associations will help you throughout your daily work life. They will help you in your daily life period. The people that I got to know in the Young Lawyers Division have been my friends throughout my career. They will help you with pro bono activities. And when you have questions through work, those will oftentimes be the people that you go to. Know that you're part of a legal family that stretches out across the state of Tennessee. We are a caring profession. We stand ready to help one another. We're very proud of your accomplishments, and we look forward to you joining our ranks. Congratulations to you all.
Ms. Sellers, I appreciate you being here and participating in all of our virtual ceremonies this week. I know it's taken a lot of your time, and I appreciate your service on behalf of the bench and bar. Okay, well, we are ready to get down to business. We'll start with the motions for admission, and then after all those are done, I'll administer the oath of office. Normally, when I hear cases, I go in with an open mind without having decided anything, and I strictly follow the law. Today, I will be following the law, but I have to tell you, I'm very biased in favor of all of you. I already know I'm going to grant all these motions because all of you are so outstanding. Typically, as Judge Perry knows, who's on the screen here, when you hear cases, about half the people leave mad and half leave happy. But today, I think everybody's going to leave happy. So that's a good day for all of us. And you may have more fun during this session of the Supreme Court than you ever will. But I hope you will come back to the Supreme Court and argue cases later. All right, we're going to start with our attorney sponsors. And Ms. Tipping, you are first with Mr. Copeland. And I'll say as we start, those of you who are at home watching on YouTube, this is a great opportunity to take some photos and cheer on your favorite admittee. Ms. Tipping?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, my name's Elizabeth Tipping, and I'm a member of the Tennessee Bar. It's my privilege to introduce Aaron Copeland. He is a graduate of Vanderbilt Law School, and he works with me at Cottney Construction Law. He's been working part-time through his final school year, and we've been pleased to have him full-time since the bar exam. Mr. Copeland has successfully completed all of the requirements to practice law before this bar, and I move for his Aaron Copeland's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee. Thank you.
Ms. Tipping, thank you for your motion. I'm very pleased to grant it. Mr. Copeland, congratulations to you, and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you.
Ms. Draper, you're next, I think. I think you need to unmute. There you go. Okay, I'm still not hearing you.
She's having trouble with her audio right now.
Oh, okay. Should I go to somebody else?
I think we could go.
So she didn't feel pressured? Okay. Judge Perry, it's good to see you here today.
It's nice to see you as well.
I'm glad to see you back on the big screen here. And we're ready for your motion.
May it please the court, I'm Buddy Perry, and I'm a member of the Franklin County Bar. And I'd like to introduce to you Glenn Chatton Moore. Glenn's a graduate of the Cumberland School of Law, and he's now with the firm of Davis, Kessler, and Davis in their Chattanooga office. Chad successfully completed all the requirements to practice before the bar. I had the opportunity to be a law clerk for his grandfather, Chester C. Chatton, lots of years ago. Judge Chatton played a large part in my life, and it gives me great pleasure to get to move Chad's admission to the bar.
Thank you, Judge Perry. That's pretty remarkable. I'm very pleased to grant your motion. Mr. Moore, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you very much. I'm honored. My mother, Judge Chatton's daughter, is here with me today, and just a very special day. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank
All
you.
right. I guess we'll go next to Mr. Potter, and then I'll come back to Ms. Draper and see if she's ready. If not, we'll move on.
Please, the court, Justice Lee, it's an honor to be before you this morning. It is a great pleasure to introduce Chelsea Stevenson. Chelsea is a graduate of my alma mater, Vanderbilt Law School, and she is a new associate in our law firm, Reynolds, Potter, Reagan, and Vandervoort in Dixon County, and will be practicing in Middle Tennessee. She is a young lady with exceptional integrity and character, and she has completed all of the requirements to be admitted before this bar, and it is with great pleasure that I move for Chelsea Stevenson's admission to practice law before this court in the courts of Tennessee.
Thank you, Mr. Potter. I'm very pleased to grant your motion. And Ms. Stevenson, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to join. I just want to thank all my friends and family who are watching. I couldn't have done it without you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Ms. Draper, are you on yet? If not, I'll move on to some others so you're not totally pressured into getting your
Can you hear me?
I can. Great.
Oh, wonderful. Sorry. I apologize for my technical difficulties.
It's okay.
May it please the court? I am Paige Draper, a member of the Tennessee Bar. I would like to introduce Naomi Koeniger, a graduate of the University of Denver Strum College of Law and a member of the Zarzar and Schwartz Law Firm. Naomi Koeniger has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Naomi Koeniger's admission to practice before this court in the courts of Tennessee.
Good job. Thank you, Ms. Draper. I'm very pleased to grant your motion, Ms. Koeniger. Congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. That's all of our attorney sponsors. We'll now move to those of you who will be sponsored by the president of the Tennessee Bar Association. And Ms. Sellers, I'll let you start with your first motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, I'm Michelle Greenway Sellers. I'm a member of the Tennessee Bar, and I would like to introduce Cole Browndorf. He is a graduate of Texas Christian University and the Vanderbilt Law School. His honors include Phi Delta Phi. He will be a judicial law clerk for Chief Judge S. Maurice Hicks, Jr. of the Western District of Louisiana. He has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Cole Browndorf's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Thank you, Ms. Sellers. I'm pleased to grant your motion. Mr. Browndorf, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Justice Lee. Especially thank you for your Twitter updates throughout this process. Kept us aware of what was going on and when to expect it.
Well, we will be tweeting pictures of all of you this afternoon. So if you're not a Twitter person, you ought to be, so you can see yourself trending on Twitter for those of you who check in on that. Thank you. And welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. Glad to have you.
I would like to introduce Tasnin Choudry. She is a graduate of Tulane University and Vanderbilt University. She will be associated with Axon, Veltrop, Harkrider, She has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Tasnin Choudry's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
I'm very pleased to grant your motion, Ms. Choudry. Congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Justice Lee, and I'd also like to just thank my family and friends for helping me get here.
Thank you. I know they appreciate all that and admire all that you've done as well. All right.
I'd like to introduce William Craver. He's a graduate of the University of Georgia and Belmont University MBA, and also the UCLA School of Law. He has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for William Craver's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Ms. Sellers, I'm very pleased to grant your motion. Mr. Craver, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be admitted.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Corey Nathaniel Davis. He is a graduate of Tulane University and the University of Memphis Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law. His honors include a certificate in advocacy with honors from the University of Memphis Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law, Clinical Legal Education Association Outstanding Clinical Team Award, Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law, Spring 2020, Law Student of the Year Award, Neighborhood Preservation Summit, October 2018. He's a Tennessee Supreme Court Rule 31 listed general civil mediator and he has a Master of Business Administration from the University of Memphis Fogelman College of Business and Economics. He will be associated with Neighborhood Preservation, Inc. He has completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Corey Nathaniel Davis's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Ms. Sellers, I'm very pleased to grant your motion. Mr. Davis, congratulations to you. Welcome to practice of law, and I'm glad to hear you're already a Rule 31 listed mediator. We're putting mediators to work right now, helping with backlogs of trial court and general sessions, juvenile court dockets brought on by the pandemic. So if you feel the urge to volunteer, we'd love to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be admitted to the bar. And I want to also thank my family and friends for all the support. And I know they're watching on YouTube, so thank you all.
Great. Thank you. Ms. Sellers?
I'd like to introduce Noah Lapitus. He is a graduate of Northeastern University and Northeastern University School of Law. He will be a fellow at Con and Colapinto in Washington, D.C. He has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Noah Lapitus' admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
I'm pleased to grant your motion, Ms. Sellers. Mr. Lapitus, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'd like to introduce Ariel Opchen. She is a graduate of the University of Southern California and Vanderbilt University Law School. She will be associated with Fidelity National Financial. She has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Ariel Opchen's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
I'm pleased to grant your motion, Ms. Sellers. And Ms. Opchen, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I'd like to also thank my family and friends for getting me here.
Oh, that's great. I know they're very proud of you, and as are all families proud of all of you admittees. And I'm glad you all are acknowledging what I said earlier and what I think Ms. Sellers said earlier about showing gratitude. I don't think this has ever happened before in one of these, so I like your attitude.
Thank you.
All right.
I'd like to introduce Paige Parker. She is a graduate of Louisiana State University and Emory University School of Law. She will be associated with Thoroughbred Financial Services, LLC. She has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Paige Parker's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
I'm pleased to grant your motion. Ms. Parker, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. I wish you all the best. Oh, you're muted, and I know your folks don't want to miss what you're saying.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Your Honor. I would also like to thank my friends and family as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Sellers?
I'd like to introduce Joseph Provenzano. He is a graduate of Duke University and the University of North Carolina School of Law. He has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Joseph Provenzano's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Thank you for your motion. I'm very pleased to grant it. Mr. Provenzano, did I say that right?
You got it.
Okay. Sometimes when I overthink it, I always say it wrong. Congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I'm grateful for all the support of my family and friends.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Sellers?
I'd like to introduce Miranda Rono. She is a graduate of Vanderbilt University and the University of Alabama School of Law. Her honors include Order of the Court. She will be associated with Frost Brown Todd. She has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Miranda Rono's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Ms. Sellers, I'm very pleased to grant your motion. Ms. Rono, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd also like to say thank you to all my family and friends that are watching.
Thank you. I know they're very proud of you. Ms. Sellers?
I'd like to introduce Douglas Stratton. He is a graduate of Western Kentucky University and Indiana University Maurer School of Law. He will be associated with KPMG Indianapolis. He has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Douglas Stratton's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Ms. Sellers, I'm pleased to grant your motion. Mr. Stratton, congratulations to you and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. We're glad
Thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank my family and my girlfriend for everything they've done for me.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Ms. Sellers, your last motion, I think.
I would like to introduce Amy Nicole Wagner. She is a graduate of Western Kentucky University and the University of Louisville Brandeis School of Law. She will be associated with Dixie Law Group, PSC. She has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I therefore move for Amy Nicole Wagner's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
I'm pleased to grant your motion, Ms. Sellers, and thank you for being with us today. Ms. Wagner, congratulations to you. Welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. We're delighted to have you as a member of our bar.
Thank you so much, Justice Lee. I am honored and I'm so grateful for the sacrifice and the support of my children and my friends who have stuck with me throughout this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, is anybody ready to take the oath of office here? We'll get you started. If you are, raise your right hand. And family and friends on YouTube, get ready to snap some pictures if you wish. So I, and state your name.
I, Amy Wagner,
do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly
swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of Tennessee.
And the Constitution of the State of Tennessee.
In the practice of my profession.
In the practice of my profession.
I will conduct myself with honesty.
Conduct myself with honesty.
Fairness, integrity, and civility.
Fairness, integrity, and civility.
To the best of my skill and abilities.
To the best of
my skill and abilities.
So help me God.
So help me
God.
Congratulations to all of you and welcome to the practice of law in the great state of Tennessee. And I think we need a round of applause on Zoom and on YouTube.
Yay!
I'll go celebrate today and get to work.